Welcome students to another video of Behavioral Skills Part 2. In the former video, Part 1, we discussed about behavioral skills and the society and emotions, the factors that influence these skills. In this video, we will learn more about behavioral skills, its importance, and how attitude, gender influences our behavioral skills. Now, the main intent of this video is to make you understand the real value of the behavior which only human beings possesses, and no other living creature on this planet has these kind of skills which we have. We are blessed to have these things with us. And so in this module we'll be discussing on the further factors that tends to modify our behavioral skills. Let's get started. Ability. Now, ability is another factor that influences or casts our effect on behavioral skills, how we behave, how we tend to interact with people, how we tend to manage things, and how we definitely have a building strong communication link with other people. When we talk about ability, what is an ability? Let's see the definition. These are features or traits which one learns from the surroundings or is gifted by birth. So these features or characteristics we'll learn from our surroundings, our society, our parents, the family, friends, relatives, or the place where we work. But some people are fortunate enough to have them as a gift right from their birth. Now, there are different abilities present in a human being that have its influence on the behavioral skills. Until unless we explore more of it, we will not be able to understand how it casts its effect on the behavioral skills and the decision-making power of human beings. So let's talk about what these abilities are and what all it includes. The very first thing is intellectual ability. We all know that human beings are intellectual animals. We are intellectual beings. We have much more developed brains than animals, and that is why we survive in this complex and hard world. We have made so much things. We have progressed. We have delved into the explorations and discoveries and inventions of so many things. We have evolved over a period of time from animals to human beings. And this has given us this intellectual ability. Then we have the physical abilities, the strength, the stamina, the muscle power, the coordination, the beautiful and amazing coordination of our body movements and thoughts, mind and thought, mind and body. This further helps us to distinguish ourselves from others, species. And this is how it really matters as to why we are human beings. Now, this can be considered the physical abilities as a gift from God right from the birth. Self-awareness is another thing which we are capable of, and the other species are not. We can introspect ourselves. We can think about ourselves. We can think what we did wrong, what we did right, where we were wrong, where we were right. We can introspect our personality, our past actions, present and future anticipations, what we are going to do in future. Let's get a detailed and close analysis of these abilities. Now, if we talk about intellectual ability, see, the human brain is like this. The more curves and twists and turns, the more intelligent it appears to be. Okay, so this is a unique brain that God has given us. And this gives us the intellectual power, the power to think, to explore, to make, and to have relationships, to control emotions. The first point says it explains a person's intelligence, verbal and analytical skills, as well as memory. What is this? Intellectual abilities explains a person's intelligence. Intelligence is defined as something which we have, master ourselves, which we acquire over a period of time after learning, so much of practicing, which other species don't. Humans are considered to be very intellectual species. They can think, they can analyze things, they can introspect, which others can't. And this is a gifted power to us by God. Not all human beings do have this intellect, but those who have, they, they make history. In fact, everyone does have, but we hardly realize it and we hardly, use it for our betterment, for our future. So it explains a person's verbal and analytical skills. Now, what is verbal and analytical skills? Something when we communicate with people, when we talk with other people, when we interact with other people, when we think about a particular problem and try to find out a solution. These are known as verbal and analytical skills, as well as memory. We do have a memory power. We tend to remember things, what we did in the past. So all these covers up into a single capsule called intelligence or intellectual ability. Next, we say it definitely affects an individual's behavior with the distinctive traits that an individual possesses. So what is this? It affects individuals' behavior. Now, the behavior of an individual is affected with the distinctive traits or the qualities, the features that they have. And individual possesses it. So the different qualities and traits that we already have, that we have in ourselves, definitely influences our behavior. And that is the reason why we behave in a particular manner. That is the reason why we behave in a different way. Every individual, they have their own way of behaving with other people, interacting and communicating. No two friends can be same. No two people can be same. No two child can be same. We have our own thinking capability. We have our own way of interaction. And this varies just because of the intellectual abilities that we possess. Then talking about the physical stability, you can see the strength, muscles and all shown in the picture. So what are the physical abilities that we possess? Now, it demonstrates individuals' physical strength. Physical strength here refers to the body power, the ability to do a particular job. Body coordination. Now, body coordinates with mind. And when it gets a perfect coordination with mind, then our body works in the best possible manner. And motor skills. What are motor skills? The coordination and movement of the bones and muscles are known as motor skills. Voluntary or involuntary movements, right? There are certain movements which are under our control. Voluntary movements, like if I move my hand, if I move my leg, if I walk forward or backward, these are voluntary movements. What is not in our under control is involuntary movement, like beating of the heart, kidney and lungs doing their own work, the different parts of the body, internal organs doing their own work. We cannot control them. Involuntary actions. So this was all about the anatomy of human, and this is how the physical abilities demonstrate that the person strength, capabilities of doing particular things, their body coordination when mixed with the perfect blend of brain, plan and working together, and motor skills, that is the different kinds of bones and muscles moving in coordination with the brain's messages. That superb quality, that super blend we have in ourselves. This also plays a vital role in behavior modification. Yes, our physical appearance, our way of thinking, our way of walking, communicating, talking does have an effect on our behavior also. If we walk confidently, we'll be observed and perceived by other people. This will give us a sense of confidence. If we have a good personality, if we have a good dressing sense, if our body and brain works in the very right manner, if we are intelligent and wise, if we are having these intellectual capabilities, analytical skills, we will be definitely liked by the people. The organizational objectives will become very easy for us to achieve. And once we get appreciation, our attitude, our way of behaving, and our behavior definitely changes. Next, we have self awareness. Now, what is this self awareness all about? It's all about how a person feels about a task. If suppose I have been given a task from my manager to build good relationship with clients and to grow the customer base, does it really in my portfolio fit in my portfolio? Is this what I should be doing if I'm not well trained for that? No. We tend to love and follow the work which we have been doing for years and in which we have interest. If a work is given to you but you don't follow, which you don't have passion for, it will produce no results. Okay? So the task should be allotted according to the abilities and the skills a person possesses. Also, it shows a decisive quality that a manager has about the kind of work that needs to be allotted. What things should be allotted to what people? How to decide that? If a manager of a firm is going to decide the marketing part, the IT part, the production part, or the customer based thing, who should be given what? We need to have this clear understanding. A manager should have a clear understanding as to how job allocation should be done. This is another important aspect of human behavior and how to maintain human resource. How to allocate the different tasks to different people, leading to a productive work, leading to a productive action. So a manager having a very well self-awareness of these things can definitely allot the desired result, the desired, jobs to people according to their skills and abilities. And then only it will produce the desired result. Now, next we see consequently traits possessed by a person defines his or her behavior in social and personal life. Whatever the traits or qualities that we possess decides our behavior. Suppose if a person is very friendly in nature, he's extrovert, he will like to communicate with other people, he would like to socialize with people. They are the different behaviors. If a person is kind of introvert, he don't want to talk to another person, he does not want to move out of his comfort zone, that can be another perspective. So the traits possessed by a person defines his or her behavior. What are features, qualities we possess right from the birth or what we learn from our surroundings definitely defines our behavior. And it's a good thing. If we nurture good things in us, it will modify our behavior for the good and a progressive future. Now, people who are working in corporate, they have this kind of, they have accepted the fact that there's no discrimination done to them in the corporate world. Now, the people from different caste, culture, religion, tradition, following different cultures, they all work together in an organization where they where they eat together, drink together, have party together. They all work together to obtain their common goals. They have their own ways of communicating. And so there's no difference. We as a human being, we tend to recognize this fact that if we create indifference, it will definitely lead to friction and thus will hamper our work. So people working in an organization, they have this attitude of indifference towards others. Okay? And the next thing is gender, another very important thing that may modify our behavior. Now, two kinds of genders are there, male, female, both working in a company, in an organization will have some specific rights based on their gender. For example, if we take females are always considered to be the primary and important part of the parents, both the parents, because they give birth to child, they take care, they feed, and they have a very strong emotional connect with them. So do the males have. But since they bear the child, since they give birth to the child, they are given importance. A company may have a separate norms for them. So gender also decides as to what kind of priorities and privileges needs to be given to a human being. If we say it's already known that both the gender are equally efficient and good at performing their duties, we very well know that both men and women are equally well in performing their duties. Both can handle their responsibilities very well, being at home or at office. Also, society still discriminates. There's a wide gap between these two genders when we talk about society, the ideals. They don't consider the two genders to be of equal importance and to be of equal standards. There's a lot of discrimination in the society going against these gender issues. But when it comes to a corporate culture, there they don't make any kind of discrimination. They're the people of both the gender, they sit together, they discuss things, they work for a common objective, common goal. All right? But there are certain norms which are made for females which can only be enjoyed by a female person. And not like that. Unlike male, they cannot enjoy these things because they don't have that responsibility which a female does. And so does the company recognizes this fact and they make different rules for different people. So our behavior in the company or a corporate culture definitely gets affected by the gender. In an organization, women are considered to be primary caretaker or important of both the parents. Yes, they do consider that women are a primary caretaker of their children and they are one of the important parents of both. So they are given certain privileges that men are not. Like, for example, going for a labor leave, going for a pregnancy leave, going for certain tests and all. Okay, they are given 15, 1, 2, 3 months, a trimester for delivering a baby. So that thing does modify the decision making and the norm making for some gender in particular. This might influence the behavior of the manager while assigning a task or duty. Yes, the manager may consider the gender when the allocation of job or assignments is done. Based on that, the behavior changes, the modifications that takes place really does change. So we can say that gender plays a very crucial role, very important role in deciding the behavioral temperament and in deciding the norms for both the gender. So we can say that in turn, the behavior does get affected when it comes to gender factor. That was all for today, friends. And I hope this video is informative to you. Stay tuned for the next two parts of the same topic, behavioral skills, which will be releasing soon. And I hope after watching these videos, you'll be able to understand the impact of behavior and impact of the different factors that plays in our life when it impacts our behavior. And with the help of this, you can better understand the concept of behavioral skills, and you will definitely find a good place in your organization. So I wish you all the best for the same, and do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much for watching till end. Thank you.